is open to the Northeast, but within the Northeast it has been done to state Borno and Taraba State. I mean Borno and Yobe State. So these are brothers, even within the context of Northeast. At one time in the 70s, we were all under Northeast with headquarters in Maiduguri, which is the current Borno State. So I don't see that as an issue. Yes, there was an issue, but that issue is to do with politics, and there have been lapses in terms of communication gap. Not enough has been done to communicate, because this is not the first time. We had vacant position of the PRO. Before it was Malam Bolaji from Kwara State. He was, when he left the party to join Saraki to come to the opposition party, the PDP, early this year, just before the election, vacuum was created, and in the person of current publicity secretary Malam Larry, he took over, his step over, so it was just within one state. But the context of National Secretary, the immediate past National Secretary in the person of Malam who is the current governor of Yobe, he was the National Secretary. So Yobe, rightly, since the position has been limited to just Borno and Yobe, so they have an interest to see that someone from the state took over. Whereas Borno also, they have someone very capable who has been true and true, also a politician, not to the party, actually, was the deputy campaign director, chairman, you know. So he exercised, he showed interest. So all it is now, you know, I've been here for, this is my 12 days here in Abuja. So I was able to make some meetings so that we move on ground. So I'm pleased to tell you, you know, irrespective of the later exercise by the National State Party Chairman, you know, which you saw on which appeared in some newspapers on the 23rd of this month, they have right to express, and it's very worrying, you know. But there is anyone to say that there is crisis, what crisis? We don't have a crisis. What we have is a gap of communication. Definitely there was a gap of communication, and I'm pleased to tell you that as family members, we limited. I mean, that seat is limited to Borno and Yobe, and key stakeholders from Borno and Yobe will meet to settle it between themselves. Once they have done that, then, you know, this is the state caucus, and then we'll go into the zonal caucus, and that zonal caucus it also involves the zonal leadership. It's not a question that whereby, you know, you just appoint. So we listen. We're a broad church, so whereby each and everyone encompasses, we sit down and discuss. So here we have two states who show interest. Of course there are others, but this, our priority is Borno and Yobe to emerge. So they will sit. When they sit, you know, perhaps maybe early next week, Monday, Tuesday, you know, once they reach that agreement, because of the time it has taken, you know, I cannot preempt anything now, but only to hope that, you know, they will meet. In fact, I thought they will meet this weekend, but I think one of the key players is abroad. So when he comes over by Monday, Tuesday, they will meet. And once they meet, they express, they settle it between themselves, then we are happy, because in our, what do you call it, structure, you know, we can have election, we can have direct, indirect, we can have also consensus. So, and consensus, if you see even during the primary within the Yobe and Borno, is something customary. It's something that we are used to, you know. So I don't see that as an issue. Yes, it's an issue because of the little time, but, you know, the party, you know, I mean, we just had the successful tribunal, presidential tribunal, which the court had granted us. And we are also very hopeful that also will win at the Supreme Court. And now you see, I mean, we are very comfortable. We are party in government, and we are at ease with ourselves. You know, out of the 36 governors we control so far, of the seat declared without any contention, we have 20 states, whereas the opposition has 15, and we are hopeful that we will win all the tribunal cases in other states. In my area, we have my state Bauchi, there is Adamawa, and also there is Taraba. So even if we don't win the whole overall, but I can guarantee you that we will regain, majority of the state, including Sokoto and others. So yes, best fit, I would rather leave it to people, to decide, because I mean, reading behind the lines, you know that there are not many people in contention actually. So I would say that the one prominent name, I don't need to name him because you can see also. But in the Yobe, we are still yet to know who is actually contesting. So it's more like producing names. But I think the position of the party, with the president having secured his second term in office, I think we have to do a full search approach, because now nomination, what do you call it, convention, we are about 3 years away from convention, national convention, but we need to put our house is important. We want a government of continuity. So having Baba Buhari hopefully serve his first, second term, we want to continue with another president in government. So that's why we need someone who knows the structure of the party, who knows the internal democracy of the party, the dynamic of the party, our culture, ethos, and change mantra agenda. That is to take the party not from the top, but from the grass level. And I think some of the things I see in the press, are very encouraging. So we hope that the caucus from Borno and Yobe will come with a decisive consensus, candidate within that axis of the state. Then they will communicate to us, and then we'll have a zonal caucus meeting before we have eventually a Northeast executive meeting of critical stakeholders. So he may go as a temporary. It happened when, like our current chairman of the zone, Comrade Salisu Mustafa, and so many others, he came as a temporary when Babachir was appointed the SGF of the Federation. So it's not a new phenomenon. And the only thing, time is of the essence. I wish we had this position replaced, but we don't want a situation where there is there is agreed by the other side. So I think we have taken this on board with the letter that you saw in the press issued by the state chairman, which is very, very strong body, I must say. And then hopefully in our position under the non-NWC meetings, I don't know, maybe next week I might have to return here, there might be a meeting. So I think we'll echo, those sentiments. But for now, since, those consensus and the dialogue, have been rekindled by those letters, and also by the time phenomenon that it has taken, that we are operating as a party without the national secretary, it will be addressed. So once it is done, we will submit the name. There have to be nomination. You see, we are following due process. You cannot just give a name. There have to be a nomination. So now that the two key players of state, Borno and Yobe, will meet, and then they will, accommodate, and either give and take. So perhaps, between them, they will reach an accord, and then whichever the status of Bulama, if you see here, is a man that quite capable and competent to be a minister, but he didn't. He wanted to serve so that he can build the party agenda. And then also, he was a member of APP, then ANPP, then CPC, and then, you know, I think his CV says a lot. You know, without jeopardizing others' interest, we don't know who would emerge from Yobe, for example. But I think he's more than capable to be of to. And another thing also I see, a lot of our chairman's qualities have not yet been materialized by the party. Given his background from a trade union activist, there are a lot of two key areas which I think I will make a written submission with him, with the hopefully new incoming national secretary. I think together, you know, when put together, I think we'll have even a more formidable APC that will stand the test of time. Anyway, yes, it is a zonal issue as much as it is compellingly a national issue. We cannot keep on going for too long, nearly 6, 7, 8 months without the national secretary. If it were the other case, because our national secretary now is having governor. So the position became vacant from the time he was elected. If he hadn't been elected, he would still continue because there was a waiver given to him. He can contest. If he wins, he goes. He becomes vacant. If he doesn't, he returns to his position. So the only, you see, we were facing tribunal, we were facing so many things, and then there was recess, so many after the election, people traveled, you see, and then to get a zonal, even one single meeting, you know, if there hadn't been any emerging candidate from other states, especially from the, if Yobe didn't express, interest, I think in the case of Bono, perhaps maybe long time ago, way back January, I think there was an interest, expression of interest. And then since there are the